In another edition of Lacefront Chronicles, um, look, I was gonna mention nothing about her wig until she mentioned it in her comments because she, in her caption, she says, "I'm genuinely concerned with the fact that men don't see that they're the problem." And then she goes, "P.S. There was no attempt to hide the lace in the wig, by the way. So please, men, refrain from wig comments." And you can see the caption is edited. It says edited, so you could tell that she thought her divester wig was straight. She thought it was lined up perfectly until she saw them comments roasting that divester wig she had on. And now she wanna, I made no attempt to hide it. Yeah, and you're in the same post that you're in the same post you ripping what men need to do. All right. Anyways, let's listen to another woman complaining about how men are the problem and how we need to not hold back women. Anyways, let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm genuinely concerned with the fact that men don't see that they're the problem. Like, if you make living with you in society miserable, what makes you think that women are going to be motivated to marry you and have babies by you? Like, if women are watching, single women at that, are watching how you're conducting yourselves in society, what would make them want to bring you into their home? And then, especially, like, lock in with you and commit to you. If women can see that you do not respect women's rights, you do not have our backs, you do not care for it, you want to suppress the evolution of women, you want to bombard women with all these rules and traditions and what you think their place should be in the world and stump their growth. I'm trying to understand, what do you men think you're doing to incentivize women to want to be with you or to have babies by you or to be stuck with you at all? I just think single is giving very much peace right now. I'm genuinely
Mrs. Divester Wig, you are sadly mistaken in life. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep mentioning her wig. But anyways, we'll actually let me not do that. That'll just be bullying at this point. But um yeah, this is somebody said it the first comment. It said it's always the worn out woman. Like she already been through the ringer. You could tell like she's been through the ringer. Like her eyebrows are gone. She got the divester wig on, caked full. She put as much makeup as she possibly could for this one to try. She tried as much as possible to look casually pretty, but that's as good as she can look. Um, it's you know, um, yeah. But anyways, let's deal with the logic. I'll hold back on the ad hominem attacks. But let's break this down. Let's break this clip down.
concerned with the fact that men don't see that they're the problem.
Projection, projection, projection. Women are clearly the problem, and I have proof about that. Remember, I've been showing you a lot of videos. Just this is just one piece of proof that I'm about to show you. I will not show you, but just to prove to you, women are now complaining about men that have been raised by single mammies, right? And now they're trying to circle the wagons and say, "Oh, it's a red flag if a man grew up didn't grow up with a father." So I'm like, why would that be a red flag? Because he grew up like with a female influence? Wouldn't that mean that women make that what that means that women make the worst parents? And they'll say, "Oh no, because he's not masculine and blah blah blah." So I'm like, so that means he's feminine. That means he acts like a woman. Therefore, women are the problem. Anyways, that's just the logic. That's just off the logic. But usually when women talk about men are the problem, no, women are the problem. They just won't admit it. Well, they admit it through what women complain about, particularly. They prove that women are the problem. They just don't realize it when they complain about single mammy raised men. You're telling me that women are the problem. It's right there in front of me. But anyways,
Like, if you make living with you in society miserable, what makes you think that women are going to be motivated to marry you and have babies by you?
like I say, projection. It's men that are deciding not to marry these women. Men make that decision. Women can't marry men. Men make that decision. And it's ironic when she's talking about making living with somebody miserable, where women are just miserable people. Especially like there's really like only about 2 weeks out of the month, one and a half if you're lucky, where women are actually functional human beings. Most of the time, they either have a stomach ache, period cramps, pre-period cramps. They're literally only functional like 1 week of the month. I'm talking about when if you live with women. people that have experience living with women. But that's a whole other story.
Like, if women are watching, single women at that, are watching how you're conducting yourselves in society, what would make them want to bring you into their home? And then, especially,
Oh, she's talking about, because when you hear when you talk, like, first of all, with the single women bringing people into their home, she's talking about, now this is how you know you have a woman with a very limited mindset. This is a woman that deals with pookies. This is a woman that deals with pookies, or she has friends that are nurses. She has friends that are RNs, girlfriends that are RNs that let broke ninjas, unemployed dudes, scammers, trappers live up in their luxury apartment. This is what we're talking about, that limited mindset, and why you can't really take advice on men or relationships from women like this.
like, lock in with you and commit to you. If women can see that you do not respect women's rights, you do not have our back.
Oh yeah. Also, me, no, oh yeah, I am anti women's rights. Me personally, no. I don't think. I think the experiment is over. Like, me personally, I think that the experiment is over. This whole thing about women's rights, it's been a farce, because it's never been about equal rights. That's been the front. It's clear to me that women's rights is just about women being 304s with with, I'm talking about, it just women's rights is just shown to me that they're it seems like they prioritize them being able to be 304s, that, like, them to be just 304s but without any consequences. Why I come to that conclusion? Once they get into political power, the first thing they do, we need to do something about baby deletion rights, and all this consent rights and all this blah 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 stuff. Like, oh, okay. Oh, also, birth control. Oh, do we? Oh, okay. We do that. Oh, and then they always, and then on top of that, they always complain about how come they always complain about this one double standard that men benefit from. The one double standard that men benefit from, they complain about, and this is why men can mess with multiple women and not be seen as a hoe, or right. But if a woman mess with multiple men, they're seen as a 304. They're always complaining about that. The one double standard that you can say that men benefit from, quote unquote, that's the one I'm talking about. Out of all the double, this is the one that they always laser focus in on. You're just like, okay, I see what this is. And on top of that, they don't want their past to matter. So they want to be, and then on top of that, they want to always cancel out student loan debt, because they always want to be able to go away to college so they can get their freak on. So this is what women's rights really is. What I've been for the most part, what I've been seeing, it looks like that's what women's rights has been really all about, to be quite honest. And when they can't get ultimately what they want, they want the default fallback the default fallback plan to be is socialism or some form of communism, right? That's women's rights. That's what I found out what women's rights really is. That's what they're really fighting for. So I'm very anti that. Anyways,
Backs. You do not care for it. You want to suppress the evolution of woman. You want to bombard.
no, women are suppressing themselves. There is so much opportunity, so many things that women can do now, and like I said, they're just focused on them being able to be a 304 without consequences, and they're actually, what Coach Greg Adams would say, like, they're actually de-evolving. They're not evolving. They're actually de-evolving.
Women with all these rules and traditions and what you think their place should be in the world and stump their.
Well, the reason why all these traditions are in place is because something like this has happened before in the past, and the men of the past knew this is what women were, and this is why they implemented these rules, traditions, religions, and all this stuff. Anything that and the constant theme is always to limit women's right to choose, women's rights for sexual freedom, and women's right to work. Now, this was done to save civilization, to keep civilization going, because once you give women these rights, now we're in a problem where declining birth rates, men don't really want anything to do with women, women don't really want anything to do with men, lack of protection, no incentives for men to go to college and get money and take care of what you see how everything is falling apart because those rules, those traditions, those guidelines aren't there anymore. The stuff that women complain about, like you even have women now, oh man, I want to be in an arranged marriage now because all the men that they chose to be with, it didn't work out. So at the end of the day, this is why these things were there in the first place. These guidelines were there in the first place.
Their growth. I'm trying to understand, what do you men think you're doing to incentivize women to want to be with you or to have babies by you or to be stuck with you at all? I just think single is giving very much peace, right?
Let's check her profile. Well, first of all, let's let me see. Let me finish this
Now,
real quick.
I'm
It's giving peace. Yeah. Oh man. She's got to be like, I know she looks a lot older, but she's probably like 25 or 26 years old. Somebody said it's always the worn out woman. He said everything women say about men doesn't seem to stop them from having these babies. It sounds good though. That's what I'm about to say. She better not be a single mother. Hell no. She I'd even check her page out, but she better not be no single mammy. Somebody said Caucasian feminism has ruined your mind. Like, yeah, people don't understand. Really, feminism was really just for like the upper class, rich Caucasian women who are already privileged beyond belief, but they just wanted more. So they implemented that thing. And unfortunately, black women fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Like feminism was never meant for black women, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day, but they're the biggest, advocates for this stuff. Somebody said, damn, who hurt you? Well, like I said, for a woman like that, she hurt herself. He said, somebody said, can we stop with the wigs? Lace all visible. Somebody said, this is why y'all are the least married group. Well, this is facts. So it's it's not something I like to brag on, but unfortunately black women tend to shoot themselves in the foot, like with this stuff, particularly when it comes to dating, mating. They shoot themselves in the foot on that end. They really do. And it does, like for especially for black women, it does not have to be this way. It does not. But they do this to themselves. Somebody said, who wants to be around women with wigs? Oh man. But anyways, let's check her page out. And like I said, she better not, here you have this profile pic, very produced, very made up, and that's not what she looks like at all. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Let me see. What else she got to give to the world?
There's a lot of people out there who are self-destructing and self-sabotaging to not upset others. That's where the saying of don't.
What do I do with this, man? What can,
when I tell y'all,
so what can I do with this though? Sorry, particularly when you're talking about black men, because this is gonna be the same woman complaining about black men dating outside their race. This is gonna be the same woman complaining about it, or complaining about D1 black. Why are D1 black athletes dating us? So you just you're just like, so whoever, what's Jasmine Black, right? Obviously I wish she finds her happiness, or hopefully she gets her money. And it looks like she isn't a single mom, so I guess that helps. That means she has a lot of, like Corey Holcomb said, that means she has a lot of receipts, if you know what I'm saying. That means she hasn't kept any of the kids. But let me see. Oh Lord. You see, this is okay, so so I'm looking at this caption that she has of these men right here. By the way, anybody that's listening to this, if you keep talking, if you're one of these normies that complain about the RP space, the red pill space, and if Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, and Fresh and Fit are the first people that you say, I'm going to dismiss everything that you said. You're a normie. That's just complete. You're in complete normieville if you think Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, or Andrew Tate are the people that represent the space that we have here. Like, this is this normie stuff. Like I used to think that Undead Chronic was, being like, honestly, I used to think he was just, I was like, maybe give them Andrew Tate and those guys a break, and because I was just like, because my logic used to be like, well, it's either Andrew Tate or Jordan Peterson. They're not gonna let anybody from MGTOW really make it. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's either gonna be Andrew Tate or Jordan Peterson. We got to choose one. But the more that I see, particularly as the normies have their say on this space, it's like anytime they start complaining about these RP guys, and I'm like, what RP guys? And then the first thing they talk about is Andrew Tate. You're just like, oh, never mind. They have no idea. First of all, Andrew Tate is not even part of this space. He's even said so himself. He doesn't even like us, anyways. If you talk about Fresh and Fit, or even Kevin Samuels, no disrespect to Kevin Samuels because he's passed away, but a lot of his talking points came from other dudes before him. So he wasn't saying anything new. He just blew up. He was just the one that blew up first, like, and really kind of just brought this space into the mainstream. But the consequences of the manosphere, or the RP space, or whatever you want to call it, going mainstream, is people think that we have like representatives and presidents and kings of this space and whatnot, even though that's not what this thing is at all. Because I'm looking at this thumbnail and I just see this. I already know she's gonna be complaining about the Red Pill space and whatever. So we could probably save this clip for another day.
Hey, y'all, it's Jazz.
Yeah, we can probably save that clip for another day. But anyway, yeah, that's all she has to offer, it looks like. So that's all I'm going to say.